Thank you. I never pause. So thank you all for being here today to learn more about the Verizon Small Business Digital Ready platform. My name is Allie Mullins, and I am the Women's Business Center Director here at WeBack East. And so WeBack East is a one organization that does both WeBank third-party certification for women-owned businesses, as well as our entrepreneurial programming through our Women's Business Center. On the call is also my colleague, Evelyn Martinez Rodriguez, who is our program coordinator. She's helping let people in, helping with the chat and all that good stuff. If you reach out to us, you'll probably hear from Evelyn. And so a little bit more about the Verizon Small Digital Business Ready platform, which I may have just screwed up. But this is a platform that we have access to thanks to the Association of Women's Business Centers here in the US. So the AWBC essentially is a lobbying and networking host organization that brings all of us women's business centers together to learn about legislation, opportunities, funding opportunities, and so on. So thanks to a generous, essentially grant from AWBC, we have access to the Verizon platform. And so what we're going to do today on the call is just go through the steps on how to register, what link to use to register, because we each have our own specific link for those to register, and then also some of the opportunities that there are made available to us through Verizon. So for those who maybe have not registered yet, I have already registered, so you'll see my info is here. But if you go to our unique link, which I'll ask Evelyn to put in our chat here in a moment, you can register your new account. If you have a lot of the auto population things on your phone, if you have a Verizon account for internet or for your phone or anything like that, it might go ahead and try and add that information. I don't think that'll work. You have to create your own new profile for this platform. So you'll see when you get to the register page here, if you need to register, you can decide if you want to choose some topics that you're really interested in that they can tailor content to you for, or you can just go ahead and register without doing that. So we'll go through what it looks like to register. So I'll just say a couple of these that I'm interested in. I guess you have up to 3 that you can choose. It'll ask you, do you identify with any of the following groups? So Asian-owned, Black-owned, Hispanic-owned, etc. And you can click multiple. So I'll do women-owned, I'll do Hugh-owned, and then go to next. Then you'll add your zip code. And the reason that they ask for your zip code is that they do have some events that they make available to different areas. So if you're in the Philadelphia area or the New Jersey area, there might be something that comes up around you that you can take advantage of. So I'll put my zip code, Philadelphia. And then here you can enter your business name if you have a business name currently, and create your email and password. So after that, you'll be able to register. And of course, like any other platform, they'll email you to confirm, and then you should be able to log in from there. So we'll go into the sign-in page here. And as I mentioned, my stuff is already auto-populated, but we will go ahead and sign in. Okay, and here is our home page. So you'll see like a lot of different websites out there. They have different profile metrics, so you can get the most out of the platform. So your basics, your business details, and of course, again, like we saw on that registration page, they'll ask you, what are you most interested in the platform? Is that the on-demand courses that you can do on your own time, expert events that are live or recorded, one-on-one mentoring, peer networking, local meetups, which is why putting your zip code is important, and of course, product discounts too. And so we'll get into more of these individually here in a moment, but then you'll see some other data points here that they're interested in, like how many employees do you have? What is your annual revenue? How many years have you been in business, et cetera, et cetera. And we do want to stress that though you're filling these out to kind of tailor the platform to you, we are not in control of this platform here at WeBack East. So if you have questions about the platform, questions about data use or anything like that, feel free to reach out directly to Verizon via call or email. And Verizon does not share your data, your specific data with us. So though we do know your name and your email because that's what counts towards our grant that the AWBC has provided for us in order to use this platform, we don't get your details, your addresses, your revenues, all that more sensitive data. And Verizon does not share that data as well. It just kind of remains there so we are able to count you towards the grant to use this platform. Okay. So up here, you'll see these different tabs on learning, grants, networking, offers in my library. So when we go to learning, you can see that you can learn by the type of resource or learn by the topic. So the courses that Verizon Small Digital Readiness Platform has, it runs the whole gamut of business ownership, I would say. So as we saw in the topic choices, there's a lot of things on communications, of course, financing, SEO, marketing, cybersecurity is a big thing right now. So a lot of cybersecurity information, social media, credit scores, all of that good stuff. So there's pretty much a topic for anything that you're interested in when it comes to your business. And I will say that when you, so I'll click on learning again, just to show the learn by resource and learn by topic. But when you exit that prompt and it gets you to courses, this is the place where you can search what you're looking for. Something that we've learned when we got access to this platform is that when you just get to the home page, there's no search button. So if you get to the home page and you're seeing all of these things about building your profile and your recommendations and courses that they're advertising, you'll see that there is no search bar. There's a lot of good stuff on here, but no search bar. So we will go back to learning, courses, and then once it loads, then you'll see the search bar for courses that you're looking for. So, I'm sure most people can figure that on their own, but we want to make sure that you know that that search bar is there, it does exist, and it's not on that home page. Okay. So also as part of the Verizon platform, if clients who register and engage in coursework, you will have access to grant opportunities. So there are $10,000 in grant opportunities opening up on May 1st. And that is for folks that do a combination of 2 courses. And that can even include really small or short courses, not full-length multi-hour ones, completing coaching events and community events. So they don't have all of the information out just yet, but letting you know that you still have plenty of time to complete some courses or attend some events. And then once it logs that you have done that, then you will be able to see what the grant opportunities are and if it is something you're eligible to apply for. And of course, they have other resources too for other small business funding marketplaces. And some more information in FAQs here as well about grants. Okay, so for networking, so what I really like about this platform is that it really does take into mind that, this is a digital platform where a lot of your options may be live virtual or recorded virtual, but what about actually meeting people either in your area or other small business owners around that are doing the same stuff as you? So something that is really great is that you do have access to those community events. So peer-to-peer check-ins, events that are hosted maybe in your city or your area, and just a lot of different resources to connect with people out there who are also trying to start their business or grow their business. So, and there are, they have their own general community guidelines for this side of the platform. And of course, they have support if you need it as well for those community peer relationships. Okay, so on the offers tab, They do a bunch of different offers based on different, partnerships and advertising connections they have with other businesses or corporations. So as you can see, there's a get 1 year free of constant contact email marketing, business assistant stuff, iPhones, things that may benefit you or may not, but it's a nice resource to have in case you're interested. And then, of course, like any other digital platform, you'll have your library. So if you're in the middle of a course or you've saved a course that you want to take later, or the tailored courses that you fill out as you register, they will all populate here. And we'll go to find an event because I think this is a pretty cool side. So as I mentioned, we do have the recorded events or the recorded courses, but there's also the more live courses or live events as well. So you'll see here that there are specific dates with times, which a lot of other platforms don't do, to be honest, at least not ones where the courses are free or low cost. So when you think about LinkedIn Learning, when you think about Coursera or any of those online platforms, most of them are pre-recorded, predetermined homework items or connections or what have you, and it's very, just the instructor talking to you through a recording. So it's nice that the Verizon Small Digital Readiness platform has this option because I don't see a lot of that in other places where it's either free or affordable. So you'll see here different events that are getting added all the time. So AI creation on the 24th. There's a lot of stuff coming up just this week. Peer-to-peer check-ins, which are those more like virtual or live in-person events. And just a lot that they continuously add as well. So there's a lot to look through to determine if you want to attend or not. Okay. So I know that was, a quick and dirty, so to speak, look through of the platform itself, but do folks have any questions about accessing the platform, how it benefits you, or anything like that before I carry on?
Hi Ali, this is Reena.
Hi, Rena.
I want to know how many grants, how many participants will get that grant for May on May 1st? Is there any one, two, three?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, since we are not a part of the Verizon Small Digital Readiness platform, like as their corporation, I don't know for certain the number of grants they award. All that we know currently is that it's up to $10,000 in grant opportunities itself. But if we get any more information here soon before May 1st, we'll make sure to send it out to folks that attended this webinar. How I envision it is that it is, probably multiple different opportunities. And then you just apply for the one or ones that makes the most sense for you. But the maximum grant opportunities that they have posted are for 10K. But again, if we get those details, which we probably will get those details before May 1st, we'll make sure that you get those.
Thank you.
Of course.
And so they need this two courses, combination of two course complete. Then what else we have to do to be eligible for this?
Yeah, so it can be a combination of taking two courses, and as I mentioned, they don't have to be the full-fledged, let's say, pre-recorded 2-hour course. It can be even the smaller courses or kind of like their versions of info sessions on here. Or you can do a combination of courses, coaching events, or community events. But if you do two courses and you don't get to coaching or community events, that's perfectly fine. You should still be eligible for grants. Okay, any other questions? Okay, so make sure that we hit everything here that we need. I know in the chat, Evelyn put the link to our specific small business digital readiness platform. So each women's business center or each grantee essentially gets their own link. And that link makes sure that you are counted towards us and not a women's business center somewhere else. So if you Google Verizon Small Digital Readiness Platform, but don't use our link, it's not going to get you to the right place. So please refer to the link that Evelyn sent, and we can also send that in follow-up too. Okay, and I want to find an example here real quick of, let's see. We'll find a, so even a course that they're advertising right now, which is selling online, so e-commerce. So this course alone is only 36 minutes. That can be an example of one that you take that could count towards the amount you need to access the grant opportunities on May 1st. They all vary in length. So if you don't have a lot of time, but you want to make sure you get the in on seeing what these grant opportunities are, definitely, find something that's interesting to you that you think you could utilize, but it doesn't have to be a specific link. And then there is this quick tips side of the platform as well. So these are articles that you can read as well. As far as I know, I'm not sure that these would count towards accessing the grant. So you probably don't want to just rely on articles. You'll actually want to pay attention to the courses. But this is a great resource for just some quick reading based on the topics that they have available here. So boost your competitive edge when seeking grants. Again, cybersecurity is a really big thing right now. So combating 3 common cybersecurity threats, crafting your story as a founder, and so on. So there's a lot of really good stuff here, including videos as well. Okay. Any other questions, thoughts, concerns? And again, we do not run this platform. So if you have an issue within the platform, either it being registering or accessing a course or accessing the grants page come May 1st, you can feel free to let us know or copy us on that email, but we're not going to be able to help you in the back end because we do not have access. Okay, well, if there are no other questions, we knew it'd be a pretty brief info session today. Overall, the site's pretty intuitive to access, but if you have any questions or concerns about it, feel free to reach out to us. And again, if it's about the website itself, please reach out to Verizon, which you'll see their email and call support here. And let's see, there's a question in the chat. Is this all available also for a business who's not WeBank certified? Yes, so this is for any Women's Business Center client at all. You do not have to be WeBank certified. That's a good question. Okay, so I definitely implore you to check this out, see what is relevant to you on here. And again, you'll want to do either the 2 courses, community events, or coaching sessions by May 1st or even after. But if you want to be on top of seeing what the grant funding is, please do that by May 1st. And again, the length of a course or event does not matter as long as you complete 2. So with that, we will, of course, send in our follow-up email our link, again, to our specific small business digital readiness platform. That acronym gets me every time. My apologies. If you have any questions about the link, if you have any questions about the grants or anything like that, we will try our best to help you. And we'll definitely send you more information as it becomes available about the platform and also any grant opportunities. Okay, well, thank you all so much again, and we will follow up with you here shortly. And we hope to see you do some things here in the platform. And again, if any questions, please reach out, and we will see you at an event soon. Thank you all.